300,000 subscribers. Wow. Thank you so much. None of this would be possible without your support. And as someone who's been making videos for 9 years now, it's almost surreal, because not only have I changed so much as a person, but the content and the community as a whole has evolved to the point where I'm more hopeful than ever before. This is the platinum era of real natural lifting. It's beautiful to see, not only within the many comment sections, but also lots of you who are coming out, making your own videos. And we're just intermingling, exchanging, growing together, which is what this should have been all along. We have our place. It's right here. And it just makes me feel so good, so positive, and it keeps that fire constantly burning. Every single day, I wake up wanting to make great content, wanting to be the best version of myself, wanting to elevate all of us simultaneously, that we're never settling, we're never being mediocre. We're trying to really live this fitness lifestyle in terms of maximizing our muscle, our strength, and our longevity. We want it all. And that doesn't make us selfish, because we give back. Win-win for everyone. And what's crazy is that the veil has been lifted. Many of us can see who's real, who isn't. And that's another reason why I'm so honored to be in this position, because I can be myself, expressive, give you these well thought out segments, just bringing it back to the initial motivation. We want to get results. It's not about me, even though I try to use myself as an example. I try to teach, I try to be an instructor. I put effort into my segments. I got a home gym, which you're going to see a tour later. I'm always trying to level up. And the fact that we have a group that loves that is mind-boggling to me, because I thought my stuff was going to be underground for a long time. Like, I even remember when I hit 100K, I was like, wow, how much more do I have to grow? Well, we're triple that so far, and only growing stronger year after year. It consistently gets better, not only in terms of my analytics, if we want to talk about raw data, but the feedback and the way I'm feeling about this whole situation. I am so optimistic right now. Like I said, I can't even put it into words. And although I'm not a super joyous person, trust me, it means the world. Now I feel like my purpose is stronger than ever before. Give you the best information, continue growing the Natty community. And you're what's making that possible. As cheesy as that may sound, it's the truth. Without like-mindedness, I'm all alone in the dark, which I was for a long time. But now, far from that. So far from that. It's amazing. 300K, many of you have been here for a long time now. It's like playing one of those old school games that never goes out of style, because with us, we're truly in this for the long term. We're not here for fads. We're not here for clout. We're here to make a real impact. And that's why we got so many OGs out here, which, again, I greatly appreciate. You've seen my whole transformation, going from this shy teenager who often stuttered on his words, had difficult time articulating my beliefs, still uncertain about many training philosophies. I've experimented with so much, learned so much, still learning, because that never stops. And now I'm in a pretty good place in life. Confident in who I am, confident in giving you the best information, and ready for a lot more growth, including the channel name itself. You know who I am? Alex Leonidas. What's up? Alpha Destiny was a beautiful name. It's always going to have some fond memories in my heart. But now we're moving past that. I want to get more personal. I'm Alex. Who are you? Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to show your authentic self, because someone will vibe with it. And that's something I can say from experience, which all of you can see. 300K with a community that's the real deal. To me, that's priceless. It's not just about the sheer numbers. It's the fact that we have a quality audience. Because I can produce some clickbaity nonsense content and just artificially blow up my numbers, but that's not making a difference. That's not why I make these videos. So, yeah, guys. I'm just rambling at this point, but know that there's a lot more to come. Always gonna upgrade the quality of these videos, put more time, effort, the shorts, programs, overhauls, like, this is only the beginning of something far more. That's it. Thank you, every single one of you. That's the 300K sub special. Now how about we end off on a fun note, giving you a complete tour of my home gym, because you've seen it hundreds of times, but not the exact details. Let me show you right now. What's up, guys? Today I'm bringing you the home gym tour. As you know, I first got this in 2018, and since then, so much has expanded. It's basically complete, got everything I need, and I'm gonna show you all my items, why I got them, the benefits, etc. So let's get right into it. This is the gym where I do 90% plus of my training and filming, so it's about time to get a proper tour. Starting with the Hydra Rack by Bells of Steel. This is my new one, and it's definitely the centerpiece because you can basically do everything with this bad boy. Not only to get the custom rack attachments, like this is a dip attachment that I use. You can also put on the side and the front, but the whole thing is where I use my barbells, my bands, my cables, because it's a 4-post, right? I even got plate storage in the back. So basically, this bad boy right here is 3x3 tubing. It's real. You got all the numbers. So when I'm setting up my positions, it's never a problem. I can get it down perfectly every time. Even in my logbook, I know that for bench press, I gotta be on this number. Squat, same thing. And one thing you may notice is that I have safety straps on the inside, yeah? So with this, I can do strap pulls, but at the same time, it prevents me from getting injured if I'm doing bench or squat or whatever. And what's also cool is that it sags lower than where you attach a number. So in a way, you can actually get lower than those traditional pin setups. So if I set it down here, it's gonna get super close to the floor. I just like that customization, but what's great is you can also adjust the sag. So right now I'm on 20 over here, and here is like 12. So depending what exercise you could do, you don't have to like change the whole thing. But besides that, I also wanna show you these spotter arms. Now you may be asking, Alex, if you have these beautiful safety straps, why would you get this? Well, simply put, if I'm doing exercises outside of the rack, I'm gonna need this bad boy. So I'm on number 30. If I'm doing an anterior delt press and I'm going below the chin, full range of motion, bruh, and I fail, well, I wanna be able to drop it on something. So this secures me completely. And I think it's got like 1,000-pound capacity or whatever. So my life is never at risk. And that's the most important thing. When you train at home, you got a power rack, squat rack, etc. That's gotta be the first thing. And don't think for a second that you can get away with putting it in the wrong setting. Like, no, you gotta memorize exactly where it's gonna be and keep it consistent. So like, that's why it's nice to have your benching and squatting section, but also when you're here, you've been doing your OHP, your inclines, whatnot, you gotta know your ranges. Because if you get pinned, man, you don't wanna roll it off you. So that's basically why I have this, is so that I can do exercises outside of the rack. Doesn't need more of an explanation than that, but what's also cool is that with my old rack, it was on the floor, right? I couldn't store shit under here. But with this guy, this is basically where I put it. You know? It just gets tucked away over here. I'm good to go. So this is a centerpiece, you know what I'm saying? If I wanna do some dips, weighted calisthenics, I'm good to go. If I wanna do pull-ups, you got a fat grip on this section, so I can work my forearms, you know, build that gorilla grip. I got the medium neutral, close neutral, wide neutral. Other side, this is where I get my super wides, you know what I'm saying? So I like the fact that I can do it all, any grip, and it's also, you know, a good height. Like my feet are not touching the ground, but they're really close to it. So again, it's easy to get in and out of position. And I'm gonna take you to the back. Check this out. This is my Westside Power Bar 2.0. Most people in home gyms got the Ohio Power Bar. Well, I wanted to honor Louis Simmons. May he rest in peace. He is my inspiration for so much. Not only in this home gym, but also my training style. The 405 bench, 507 squat, 242 seated OHP, 4 plate weighted pull-up, 6 one-arm pull-ups. Like all the benefits of conjugate style training, or at least thinking in that way, has got me to this point. So I can't thank him enough. And the Westside Power Bar is one more way that I can honor him. And as you can see, like if you come close, you can see the damage that it has received. Like, some of my skin marks are like embedded within it, so I probably gotta clean this bad boy, but it's all scruffed up, terrible, like markings and whatnot. Like, I've abused it. I don't care. For me, I'm just trying to make gains and not be pretty when I'm working out in here, you know? And along that, you may notice, you see that? These are roller cups. If you're over here, you know, last thing you wanna do is have to do this when you got this heavy weight on, not only for bench, but also squats. So it just makes your life a bit easier. On the top, however, I have the traditional sandwich J cups, which is great for storage purposes, because I know that because it's got that little lip right there and it's deep, this guy's not falling anywhere. So if I do bench press over here, it's not gonna go crashing down on my face. At the same time, it is secure, very good quality. And yeah, besides that, you also notice I got the SSB on top. This has become my favorite bar for squatting. I think it beats front squats because I can use it in reverse, yeah? See how the camber is facing up, you know? So this is the reverse SSB. And then if I were to squat this way, it's the opposite. I use this to build my legs majority of times. Also good mornings. Also JM presses, it's a nice Smith machine replacement. Or if someone does a lot of low bar, this will complement you in general. I'm not a fan of only doing one version of squats. That's why later I'm gonna show you the belt squat machine. But one more thing you may notice on this side of the gym, see how these bands are being suspended? Well, that's because I have magnets on the side. That's a little hack for all you home gym owners. You don't have to buy these expensive like band attachments or like get these special pegs or whatnot. Just get magnets and you can put all kinds of stuff there. Even in your phone, you just stick it straight on, you know? So bands on this side, and I got the cable on that side, which is very easy to set up. I can show you that real quick. So if I want to do a cable exercise, you just clip it on like this. This cable right here would go at the bottom of the loading pin, and I attach the weight. And this is where the attachment goes. So let's say my hand is the weight, and I'm doing my triceps, you know? I'm lifting my right hand with my left by doing a tricep extension. So that's how primitive and simple this is. That's the infamous ghetto setup. And then if I want to get it from a low position, you do the same thing. You attach it from the bottom while at the same time connecting it to the one that's already here. So you need two cables to pull that off. And for that, usually you're going to use the side of your rack, not the back, unless you got that available. So very simple. You see how fast that was? Takes no space at all. That's the ghetto setup, man. I'm going to show you the expander. So rubber barra band, 7 springs, but I only got 5 on here, you know? I love it. And what's cool is you got these quick attaching carabiners compared to the old school kind, which are really annoying to set up. So I got 2 of them, reason being, if I want to do both arms at the same time on my curls, I can do that. I don't have to do this side, then I switch it out. Or, you know, in general, if I'm attaching to anything, I like being quick, efficient. You get how it is, yeah? Then if I show you, we got the Plyometric Boxes. So what do I use these for? Well, in the past, it was to do belt squats. So I would stand up on both of these like this, have the weight be suspended, and I would just get it like that, you know? And it was beautiful. I got some excellent gains doing that. But it gets annoying when you got all kinds of plates hanging off. And it gets a little bit unstable as well. So you can use it for belt squats. You can also use it as a stool for your dips. So obviously when I'm doing weighted dips, I got a chain, I got this weight. I'm not gonna jump up. Like if it's over here, I'm not gonna get real high like that. I'm gonna have the boxes so that I can just get in position automatically, you know? Otherwise, there's also for deficit handstand push-ups. I'm not gonna do a handstand right now. But you go here, kick in position. You can also do it like this, you know? I've made plenty of videos on the subject, but plyo boxes are very underrated. You can use it for storage or getting different positions, whatnot. It's just something that everybody should have, if you ask me. Oh, seal rows too, you could use it. propping up your bench. That's how I used to do my inclines, you know. Actually, before I show you the bench, check this out over here. This is my chain collection. It's 30-30 for the big ones. And this is 15-15, again by Bells of Steel. Sorry about the noise. They are loud when used chains. Got myself a kettlebell, simple cast iron. You don't need anything more than that. If I want to do some swings for GPP, supersetted with some burpees, you know, you can do that. So I like it for conditioning. I don't lift with this thing, you know. But then there's also the loading pin in the back. That's where I got all those 10-pound plates, because the 10-pounders are crucial for me doing some heavy dumbbell bench. And you know what? Let me just show you. Then I'll get back, because everything is back and forth. There's so much to show. Let me just bring you to the weight tree. Welcome. These are my adjustable dumbbells. So if you do some research online, you'll find Dumbbells and Bowflex and all these things. And you look at the price, usually it's like 800 plus for 80 pounds. Now, I don't know about you, but that's not heavy enough for me. I need 100 plus, or in general, I gotta have some decent resistance. So the only way I could do that, well, for one, it's gotta be freaking loadable, hence why the Olympic dumbbells, they give you the length to work in some heavy weight. But at the same time, it's gotta save money. And the whole benefit of the cast iron plates, they look freaking badass. For one, they got that old school vibe. I got more on the way, by the way. Some 45s, 25s, just to complete the collection. But if I stack these up and up, right? And usually it's just gonna be a bunch of 10s. I can get 120 pounds on here. And I think that's more than enough for when I'm doing my incline dumbbell benching, my shoulder pressing, everything. Then for the isolations, and like, for most people, that's enough weight. And even for myself, as a strong guy, you know what I bench, 120s is good. And the benefit is it's a lot more stable because, first of all, look at this freaking handle, yeah? Spinning sleeves, that's nice. Nice long length. It just feels great in the hands. It's heavy. This is 13 pounds, and when I add my collars, it makes it 15. So when you have a stable implement, anything that you put on after that point makes it even stabler. So just a little something. Got another loading pin. This one's by Rogue. This is a 12-incher. It's what I used to use on my plow boxes. So you want the plow box to be equivalent in height to your loading pin if you want proper depth. Otherwise, you're doing a partial range of motion. So this, I will use it for my, actually I use it a lot now for my weighted pull-ups. It's just dangling off, I'm good to go, instead of the 15-inch, which is back there holding the rest of those 10s. And you know, use it for cables, grip training, all kinds of stuff. Everybody needs to get a loading pin, whether it's for having more plates or using it to actually exercise with. And then in general, I got all kinds of plates over here. Collection of 2.5s. That's for the Olympic dumbbells. You want 2 pairs of every kind, okay? That's why I got 4 10s. This is what I used to do before I had the cast iron. I got 2 25s over here, 2 5s, a bunch of 45s. It's Cat Barbell brand there is, but these are actually good because they're easy to pull in and out, you know? But in the back, I have the more traditional kind. Speaking of which, you don't see this from this angle, but I got the Landmine set up, yeah? Look how genius this is. You stick it in my little plate storage, barbell goes in here, and now I could do my T-bar rows and all the old school exercise. So yeah, this is my plate section. You know, I got the dumbbells here, loading pin. Also got, see I'm moving this light. By the way, this is my filming light. Isn't it beautiful? Amaran 200X. It's a bi-color light. And I even have the honeycomb grid. This way it doesn't spill light. So right now it's pointing straight here. The light's not going all the way over there. So when you have a low ISO, you get that nice blurry background with all the noise, you know, and it keeps the light directly on. But you gotta be careful because, you know, it can get hot and whatnot. And you get used to looking at a bright light every day. But anyway, on this side, we got the Easy Bar. This one is already starting to rust because it's worse quality. I recommend you get the Bells of Steel one instead, okay? like this. This is the Nemesis Bar. As you know, I used to have a Swiss bar. Use it all the time for maxing out, floor press, just flat benching, incline, overhead press, everything. But I had to store it in my rack, you know? And it got so big that I couldn't use my rack in the back for most movements. And it would be annoying because whenever you want to use it, the SSB is right on it, and then you got the Swiss right underneath. So you're always maneuvering, it's in the way, it's annoying, right? So, and it was too tall for me to hang it vertically. See how this is far away from the wall? Because these bars are made a bit shorter, as it should be. And that's why even the trap bar on the side, even shorter than that. So that's why I didn't get the trap bar where you got sleeves up to here. Like, it would have been nice to do an 800-pound lift, which I reckon I'd be able because I did 700 for 5, but regardless, space saving is everything when you're in a tight spot, when you got shorter ceilings, etc., okay? So these are where I put my specialty bars. Easy, you know what it is. You're doing your easy bar curls, easier on the wrist, you're better lined up. Then the Arch Nemesis by Bells of Steel, okay? It's not called Arch Nemesis for nothing, if you know what I'm saying. See how the grips are a bit angled? So I can do it from both positions. I can have it like this or like that, you know? And this bar is 25 pounds, not 45. So you just gotta do the math when you're weighing things. And, okay, got a nice camber, that rainbow action. So when I'm doing the bench, I'm not just over here, I'm going beyond, so full stretch on the pecs. That's why I got rid of my Swiss, because this is so much better. Why should I have something that's inferior? Not to mention the freaking cable attachment. I can do T-bar rows with this. I can attach it to my ghetto setup. Like, it's multi-use, so that's why I love it. And then, you know, I love trap bars. I've been talking about them for years. You're not a powerlifter, you want some general strength. This is how you do it. And Bells of Steel has the options available. First of all, black zinc. This guy's not gonna rust. Beautiful. Great finish overall. It's open design. So I can do lunges without the thing hitting my body. I can do seal rows because I can position a way where it's gonna go through the bench, yeah? Got the low and the high handle. Perfect, you know, good knurling, not too thick. It's the best trap bar I ever used. I wish it were a bit longer, but they actually do have that product. I just don't own it because of the space, but trap bar, another must-have if you ask me. Even have the vacuum cleaner in the back. That's not a specialty bar, but keeps the gym clean. Now, as I alluded to earlier, I used to do belt squats on the Plyometric Boxes, but then I got this one by Bells of Steel, an actual freaking machine, which got rid of that need. And it also completes the corner of the room. Instead of having this empty, bare space, it just creates more echo, and it doesn't complete, because this looks sexy, right? Like, when you have this, it just looks good. You walk in. Anyway, I do my belt squats here, and it also acts as a great station to hang other stuff. So I got the Swissies by Kensley Fitness. It hangs right here perfectly. I got my belt. You know, you just droop everything over, man. You know, my belt right here. Even another little light for color. Stick it on, magnetic. Extra plugs in the back. If I want to do belt squats, I just clip myself on here, get to work. I made a full review, but I love this thing. What's great is that it doesn't take up a lot of space. The footprint is rather small. Fits perfectly in this little corner. And the mounts are vertical. So most machines you find, they're gonna come out from here, yeah? And then if I have that, I can't film, you know? So this doesn't get in the way. And let's say I wanna film from this angle. Well, all I gotta do is bring this down, and now it's steered clear. So I can do all my physique updates. There's no intrusion whatsoever is what I'm saying. And you see how low that's going, right? When you're at the bottom of the belt squat, you're gonna be in an ATG position. So you're never doing those little half reps that are so common with the other kind. So I love it. And you may notice around it, I get a lot of questions on these. Is this just for decoration? No, they are acoustic panels, professional grade. Very expensive, believe it or not. Like, sure, you can do some DIY setup, but I want it to look good because I'm constantly filming here. I don't want to have a ghetto vibe minus just the attitude that I bring and the ghetto cable setup because it's just so freaking efficient. But this guy right here, yeah? I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I hear it. It dampens the sound, you know? Like, there's echo in this room. A gym, that's the thing. When you film in the gym, it can be annoying at times because your voice is bouncing all over the metal. But with the acoustic panels, it keeps everything the way it should be. It locks it in there, boom, gets trapped,
And now you don't hear yourself multiple times because that will drive you crazy. Echo, echo, echo. No, I don't want to hear no echo. Back in the day, I used to bring my kitchen chairs in here with pillows and blankets and all this stuff, just throwing it everywhere to dampen the sound because I was going nuts. But after I got these, problem solved. This is what I recommend. Get acoustic panels. You could get the cheaper black ones, but I wanted something that matches the white walls. I set up myself. I'm no expert at this, but hey, gets the job done. So I got just on this side, you know, fills in the wall. And even the blinds that I bought, you know, they're made in such a way where the lengths are similar to the acoustic panels and the color of the white is the same. So I wanted everything to match. And we got a nice black and white vibe with a little splash of color thrown in with my accessories. Speaking of which, this side of the wall, I got the legendary Reverse Hyper by Westside Barbell. Again, rest in peace, Louis Simmons. He changed my life. I wouldn't be here today were it not for him. So, you know I had to get a freaking Reverse Hyper. Always wanted one. You know, the gym has one, and I used to love the effects on the posterior chain, how it made my lower back feel so good. And, you know, here I also use it for extra storage, right? So, these little clips right here. Most people prefer these. These are the high-end ones. These are the crappy ones, but I like them because it's on and off slip, you know? Boom, 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 boom. But the real one, these are for the Reverse Hyper and the Arch Nemesis Swiss bar. These are for the dumbbells, OSO collars. You can load it up with like 1,000 pounds, just it's never falling off. And how about I show you how simple this is set up, okay? So the problem with Reverse Hyper is that it takes up a lot of space, even more than that freaking belt squat. That's why they want to get a full one where the sleeves go out to about here. But the thing is, you can load up 445s per side on this. Like that's the max if, you know, it's a regular diameter. If you got competition style, you can put a little bit more weight, but it's gonna be somewhere in the high 300s, you know? You can also use a 100-pound place, which I have, but let me just show you how easy this is to set up. Come here, okay? Pull it out, okay? Lay it down. And then, lock it in. Pull it in a bit tighter. That's it. Wasn't that easy? You lean on top of it, yeah? Work your posterior chain like this. You can also sit directly on top. So you jump up, and now you can do leg extensions, which that's how I do it at home. Leg extensions and sissy squats using the Reverse Hyper. Otherwise, you can use it for neck extensions also by attaching a strap here. So now you're getting a bit of a traction effect when you're doing your neck extensions. You can do rows, you can do face pulls if you're lying directly on it. You can also do hyperextensions. So instead of doing this weird setup with daisy chains and whatnot, just lie down flat on your stomach and then have a barbell right behind you that's loaded in a rack. It's gonna anchor your feet. You're good to go. 90-degree hypers at home. You don't have to buy anything extra. So this acts as a reverse hyper, a regular hyper, a leg extension. It's multi-use. And again, I like the fact that you can easily fold this up. So now if I want to fold it up, you just, boom, place it right back. And you may notice, by the way, in terms of flooring, so on this side of the gym, I got these foam mats. You can say this is kind of like my deadlift platform, you know. Whenever I want to go real heavy, I'll just remove the stall mats that are placed right here, covering the wood, put on top, I'm good to go. I've done 700, hasn't been an issue so far. And you know, it's comfortable when you're filming. You don't want to have your feet on that hard surface all the time where the rack is. So here it's soft, there it's hard. All right, back to the rack. This is my adjustable bench by Bells of Steel. You may notice there is a decline attachment, you know, so my feet are locked in here when I'm doing declines, but at the same time, it could be any angle. I got that extra stability. So here's what I mean. Like this, I am maximally locked in. So I'm not going anywhere. And it ensures that my lower back is not gonna sag this way or that I'm gonna lose positioning. Even for inclines, you can squeeze your feet like this. You can also put them this way, like that. You're not going anywhere. That's the message of the story. So I like that foot section, not just because of declines, but for everything that I do. So this is the best bench I've ever used, adjustable wide. You notice it's taller than most benches. When you go to a commercial gym, they tend to be around here. So when you do your overhead press, sometimes your head is not gonna be there. It's gonna be like actually off, or like your traps are in this position here. Not really a good feeling. And yeah, I use this for preacher curls, also for more stability. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, get it low as well. And what's cool is when your dumbbell hits the bench, you're good to go. You don't have all that free space, so there's no risk of tearing anything or, you know, not changing the range of motion. So yeah, this is the 45-degree, and that's the 30-degree flat decline. And you notice it's a shallow decline, very minor. Definitely recommend adjustable bench. Don't just be flat. I got rid of my fat pad. You also want to have some wheels. Makes it easy for transport. Transport-wise, that also applies to the weight plates. I got some more in the back, plate storage, because let's say I just want to bench, fast workout, or I want to use my cable setup. I just grab the plates from here to here. Boom. I don't gotta walk from that side of the room all the way to this side. So it's boom, 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 boom. Quick. And I can use different weights in different stations. So I could be doing belt squats supersetted with a motion right here. And also because this rack is so big, see the width I'm talking about? I didn't want a rack that's like up to here. I wanted this, yeah? I can superset a barbell motion here with another barbell motion here. Or I can do pull-ups and dips. See what I'm saying? I can do a cable movement with a barbell movement. I can pair whatever I want. I can do legs plus upper because I got the width, okay? And then, yeah, I got a deadlift bar in the back. I barely use this, so I'm not really gonna cover it, but hey, if you're interested, shoot me DM, I guess. I think RDLs and good mornings have that advantage because better stimulus fatigue ratio. So I've used it like maybe twice, you know, it's cool. As a lifting enthusiast, you gotta try it at least once, but it's not mandatory. Here I got the Vornado. It gets hot. And right next to the Vornado, got my sound bar. So most people, they use big speakers in the corners, but I think this is more unique. They're designed for TVs, but I'm using it for lifting. Yeah. Plus it matches this stall mat. So it fits perfectly, doesn't intrude on my filming. I don't wanna have to move these big freaking speakers. That's how I listen, get high quality audio without the elaborate setup. Check this out, battery operated, boom. Boom. Now I got the RGB action, yeah? See? You can change the way you look. I actually have two of these. The second one is in the closet. But what I used to do to light the background of my videos, have this guy right here. I'm standing up. Yo, what's up? This is Alex from Destiny. You know how it is? I'm separate. Plus with the aperture light, I don't get all that spill light getting rid of this nice red, you know? So this adds that DBZ vibe, hyperbolic time chamber. If I want the blue side of the hyperbolic time chamber, because there's both, you can do that as well. So I like RGB. I'm a gamer at heart. You also got color temperature. So I can match like a warmer color temperature of that light. Now, this guy helps me light up what's in the closet. So let's explore, if possible. Here is where I have all my attachments. So I got the fat grips, I got my slingshot, got some of these Mach Angles 90 soft ties, very underrated. Some more soft ties, my Kenzui weight vest. Most people would have like, I don't know, a freaking blazer or a jacket or nice clothes. I got gym equipment. I got a rope. The things you can do with a rope. I just made a video on this recently. Got the Neck Flex. Best neck harness on the market. Mike Machine Bruce. This is the Kevlar edition. So you get that nice coating on the inside. It just feels good. You don't even need a hat. And then up here, you got all my little bars. I got my spreader bar. The benefit of the spreader bar is that you're not locked into one position. It opens because it's like a shoulder socket. See these little balls right here? It's like your shoulder. It opens and closes. So it wraps around the body. So I'm not stuck here. I can go boom. Got my military backpack, and inside the backpack, because if I'm on the go, I need to train, you know? I got my rings, which I use on top of my pull-up bar at the park. And what's great about these rings is that they're the clip-on kind. The reason why I didn't used to use rings that much in the past because they were annoying to set up. With this, I got all the numbers and I just go boom, exactly where I want to go. So I'm a big fan of ring training. You know, all my other cable attachments are here. The wide grip, short, easy. Got my straps in the corner. Even got some things that are yet to be built, all in due time. And then, you know, if I ever have too many weight plates, I can put some more on my rack. This is a shoehorn. It comes in and out. Even got my tool set. Nothing to brag about. That's what it is. Bench board. That's the closet. It's whatever kind of place. Just stores the extra things that I don't normally have here preset. Oh, actually, there's one more thing. Chest crusher. Springs like this. This is like a portable pec deck. So, you know, you don't need to get an actual machine when you got this. And the max I've done is 4 springs on that, so you know it's hard. You know, I can show you extra little stuff like carabiners and whatnot, but that's what it is. Complete home gym. Hydra Rack, reverse hyper, belt squat, weight plates, attachments. This is how I work out 90% of the time. It's what I film with. And I hope you felt a little bit closer, you know, a bit more connected. You get to see what goes into my mind when I'm setting everything up. Because it's not just turn on the camera, press record. Like I gotta get things in the right order. But at least this makes it efficient. So that's about it, guys. Let me know if you want more content like this. Again, thank you so much. 300K subs, we're moving strong. I'm honored to be in this position. I'm happy you like my home gym. Let me know what other things you think would be beneficial in adding. I'm always trying to upgrade, you know? So that's it. Thanks for watching. That's the home gym. I'll see you in the next video.